story begins with a young boy named Carl playing with his balloon. We soon learn that he dreams of becoming a great adventurer and explorer. We then see Carl heading to the cinema to watch a documentary about the legendary explorer Charles Muntz. Through the film, we learn that Charles once traveled to South America, to a place called Paradise Falls, where he discovered the skeleton of a strange creature that lives there. However, the scientific community didn't believe him, and they stripped him of his explorer title. Humiliated, Charles vowed to return to Paradise Falls and never come back until he had captured the creature to prove he was right. After watching the film, Carl returns home excited and happily plays with his balloon. While playing, he hears a voice coming from an old abandoned house. Curious, he walks inside and finds a little girl pretending to be flying a blimp. When she sees him, Carl gets startled and his balloon flies away. But the girl gently calms him down, introduces herself as Ellie, and welcomes him to her secret explorers club. She tells him it's for explorers only, and even gives him a badge. Then she takes him to retrieve his balloon that had floated far away. As Carl gets closer to the balloon, he falls and breaks his leg. That night, Ellie visits him, gives him his balloon, and shows him her adventure book. She tells him that when she grows up, she's going to travel to South America, just like Charles Muntz, and live next to Paradise Falls. She asks Carl to promise that he'll help her do it, and he gives her his word. Many years later, Carl and Ellie grow up, fall in love, and get married. They buy the same old house where they first met and fix it up to be their home. Time passes, and they enjoy every moment of their life together. We see them preparing a room for a future child, but sadly, Ellie falls ill, and they find out she can't have children. Carl, trying to comfort her, brings out her old adventure book and reminds her of her dream. Together, they decide to save money to one day move their house to Paradise Falls. They begin saving, but life keeps getting in the way. The roof breaks, the car needs repairs, and each time they have to break the jar they were saving money in. And with every new problem, their dream gets pushed further away. Still, the two grow old, side by side, enjoying the little moments of life. One day, Carl remembers Ellie's dream and realizes with great sorrow that he never fulfilled his promise. So, he comes up with an idea. He goes out and buys 2 plane tickets to South America, planning to finally take Ellie to Paradise Falls. But tragically, Ellie becomes very sick before he can surprise her, and she's taken to the hospital. There, she gives Carl her adventure book one last time and quietly passes away. Time goes on, and we see Carl as an old, lonely man. Despite his grief, he still cleans and maintains the house the same way he and Ellie used to. One day, he steps outside and notices that all the houses around him have been demolished for a commercial construction project. A worker approaches him and reminds him that the developer is offering a large sum of money to buy his house. Carl takes the man's megaphone, mocks his boss, and refuses the offer. Then, he goes back inside his home. Soon after, a young boy named Russell shows up. He introduces himself as a junior wilderness explorer and says he's looking to assist the elderly so he can earn a special badge. Carl refuses his help and slams the door. But Russell returns and repeats his offer. Trying to get rid of him, Carl tells him there's a bird that keeps ruining his flowers and asks him to catch it. Russell is excited and sets out to find the bird so he can earn his badge. While Carl is heading back inside, he sees one of the construction workers accidentally knock over his mailbox. Carl gets furious and tries to take it back, but accidentally hits the man and injures him. The construction boss uses this against Carl and files a lawsuit. Carl is then ordered by the court to leave his home and move into a retirement facility. Carl is devastated by the news, but just as he's preparing to leave, he sees Ellie's adventure book again and remembers the promise he made her. The next morning, 2 men arrive to take Carl to the retirement home. He gives them his suitcase and asks for a moment to say goodbye to his house. As they wait outside, they notice something strange. Dozens of helium tanks in Carl's yard. Suddenly, thousands of colorful balloons rise from the chimney, lifting the entire house into the air. The house floats high into the sky. Carl is inside, smiling joyfully. At last, he's on his way to Paradise Falls. He opens curtain-made sails to steer the house and begins his journey towards South America. Then he turns to a picture of Ellie and gently says, "I haven't forgotten my promise."